Everybody, I have an NPE story, and because I know I'm going to get asked in the comments, what is an NPE? It is the very first video tagged at the top of our, pinned at the top of our page. The very first video, it tells about the NPE, but in short, it's a not parents expected. In that video is a full-on detail of what it is. So, an NPE story, welcome back to Client Stories with Amy. So, this person is looking for her biological father. Her mom told her whole life that her stepdad was not her biological father, but would not give any other detail. He's like, you don't need to know. You don't need to worry about it. It's in the past. We don't need to hash that out. He's not a good guy. Leave it alone. Whatever. Anytime she'd ask growing up. So our client said, okay, I'm done asking. I'm going to do a DNA test. I'm going to find him myself. So she did the DNA test, and then she could not find him herself, so she contacted us, and we were able to find them. This story was kind of cool because her biological father actually went back to a Mayflower descendant, which is kind of cool. Not everybody can say they are a descendant of a Mayflower. And that's actually a little bit of a controversy in our household because my husband, too, is a descendant of a Mayflower person, Elder Brewster. That's who he's descended from. And, of course, I'm Cherokee. So you can imagine our little bickering and bantering back and forth is kind of entertaining between our families. So anyway, that being said, cool story, Mayflower descendant. And so obviously we were able to find the most recent common ancestor line pretty quickly and landed on the grandparent line, which means one of their sons is a biological father. There were 4 sons. One of them could be excluded by age because I think he was only like 12 or 13 years old at the time our client was conceived. So that left just a couple more brothers. We were able to go through everything and talk to some of the family members, and we were able to determine which one was probably the biological father. Our client actually called each one of those brothers and was talking to them and said, hey, do you know my mom? Do you know this? Do you know that? And one of them said, absolutely, I know your mom. I remember her. And here's where it gets interesting with this part of it. So this person claimed, yes, I am your biological father. I knew you. I met you at the hospital. And then when you were 3 weeks old, your mom picked up and left. We got into an argument because she was sleeping with somebody else. And mind you, there's 2 sides to every story. We don't know what's truth, what's not true. This is just what he was saying. And we don't have anything from mom because mom won't acknowledge any of this, won't sit there and sit down with our client and talk to her about none of this. So his story is after they left the hospital, he got to spend a couple of weeks with them. And then they got into an argument because he found out that she was seeing somebody else too. And so she just got done with it, washed her hands with it, left state with the baby, and never contacted him again. He tried to contact the family and wasn't able to get it anywhere. And after about 2 years, he said he just gave up. He said that I'm sure she's got somebody else in her life that's her dad, and they're doing great, I'm sure. He always wondered, but he just left it alone because he figured somebody else is raising our client, his biological child. And he was kind of not wrong. Somebody did step into those shoes, but it was much later in our client's life. But he's happy to have our client in his life now. And like I said, mom still will not acknowledge anything, will not say anything. To my knowledge, our client has not come back to say anything else, but mom will not say anything about it. Even though that she knows the client knows who the biological father is and that they're in contact, there's nothing from the mom. The client did get to spend Christmas with her biological father. They said they had a great time, and she's excited. She's so happy that she has him in her life. She says it's weird because this is like almost a stranger, but she feels comfortable with this stranger. So it's strange for her to wrap her head around how close they've become so quickly. But that's it for today. Don't forget to hit like, follow, and share, and I will see you guys later. Bye.